What's up, YouTube? This is Mathways97, and welcome to No Way Out, the final SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view in this General Manager mode playthrough. The last stop before WrestleMania. And we got a massive card here, and we're going to kick things off with a Cruiserweight Championship Battle Royal. So all of our challengers have made their way to the ring. Here comes the champ, and might I say, I love the layout. I love the stage design already of this show. I love the little graphic there, but that big Tron, it looks cool. It looks cool, because, I mean, the thing about these older arenas is that generally they didn't have the big Tron like that, but it just, I don't know, it looks cool with this setup, with all the pillars that are going, or they're not really pillars, they're little metal structural things. I don't know what to call them, beams. Close enough. But yeah, that was the sort of the problem with like the switch over to the HD stuff, is that the sets became a lot less interesting. Like WWE just stopped designing interesting sets and they all just kind of became the same thing, which is a little disappointing. But these older layouts, I mean, they still look cool. So here we go. It is a 6-man over-the-top rope battle royal, the same environment where Matt Hardy won the Cruiserweight title back at Armageddon. Could it perhaps be the same environment where he loses the championship? Well, right now, you can see Finlay with a Cobra clutch locked in on Ric Flair there, but Flair is able to break out of it. Look at Jeff. Look at Jeff Hardy with a drop kick in the corner. Triangle drop kick in the corner. Well, not quite a triangle drop kick, but Jeff Hardy's going to follow through with another one. As Matt Hardy taking a beating at the hands of his brother Jeff. Of course, Jeff has had an opportunity at his brother Matt's Cruiserweight Championship in the past. They last clashed in a TLC match about a month or so ago. But now Matt Hardy powerbombed to Jeff. Of course, Ric Flair has had a shot at Matt's Cruiserweight Championship. Jeff Hardy's had a shot. Carlito's had opportunities at the Cruiserweight title in the past. CM Punk, a former Cruiserweight champion. So I mean, we've got a good mix of competitors out there. There's Jeff Hardy, snapmare to Ric Flair, and the Nature Boy eats a drop kick to the back of the head. Is right now. Oh, what a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Carlito there. Brilliantly executed. So far, no man has been eliminated from this matchup yet. Everyone's just sort of testing the waters as Carlito ducks behind, and that's going to set up Jeff Hardy for a chop block to the back of the knee by Ric Flair. Oh, as Matt Hardy was in quite a predicament there, but he's back inside the ring now. As look at this. Ooh, double flapjack to Finlay. Nice double teamwork there on the part of Carlito and Jeff Hardy. That's an interesting alliance. Matt Hardy, though, drops Carlito with a reverse DDT. Jeff Hardy going to work on Ric Flair. Oh, and there's the Daredevil. Jeff Hardy going up top. Elbow drop to Ric Flair. And it looks like Finlay's gone. Oh, Jeff Hardy gets knocked off the top. I think Jeff was looking for a swanton. But Jeff has got to be careful taking those high-risk moves like that, because that's going to be how he gets eliminated. DDT by Carlito. Ric Flair goes over the top, but he's able to get back inside the ring. So Finlay was the first elimination in this matchup. He's gone. Matt Hardy now. Matt Hardy's looking to eliminate Ric Flair, and Carlito's going to help him out once again. And the Nature Boy is gone, so we're down to 4. Matt Hardy and Carlito have been putting up quite a team effort. They've tossed out Finlay. They've tossed out Ric Flair. As now Carlito perhaps could be looking to turn his attention to CM Punk. Oh, what a double team move there from Punk and Jeff Hardy. Going to work on Carlito, but now, once again, Jeff is going to turn his attention to Matt. As Matt Hardy right now at the mercy of his brother, who, spins him around with a reverse twist of fate. A reverse twist of fate delivered to Matt Hardy. Jeff now gonna, I thought he was going to toss Matt, but instead he caught CM Punk off guard. Jeff trying to eliminate the former Cruiserweight champion CM Punk, but CM Punk shoulders his way back in. As now it's Carlito who's in trouble. Carlito could be on the verge of elimination, but Carlito makes his way back in the ring as well. Punk with a Cobra clutch locked in on Jeff, but Jeff trying to force his way out of it, and he manages to break the hold. Oh no. Jeff didn't quite take the super kick flush. Only caught it on the side of the head. But nonetheless, Jeff got rocked by that kick. He was reeling. Is now Matt Hardy trying to dump Jeff over the top. Oh, Jeff's in trouble. Jeff Hardy's in trouble. Could Jeff be eliminated here? And it's Carlito and Matt Hardy once again working together to get the elimination. Oh, but there you go. The alliance is broken down. Matt tried to turn his back on Carlito, and he might pay dearly for it. Matt Hardy, the Cruiserweight champion, is gone. We're going to have a new champ. But who's it going to be? Carlito or CM Punk? The final two men in this matchup, Carlito, Punk, both escaped a near elimination earlier. Who's going to walk away your new Cruiserweight champion? The reign of Matt Hardy is over. It is officially done. He's been eliminated after, I mean, he was working with Carlito so well throughout the duration of this matchup. But then, I mean, he tried to turn his back on him. He tried to toss Carlito over the top, and he ended up paying the price for it. And now it's Punk and Carlito duking it out to determine the next Cruiserweight champion. They're so close to the ropes, but for some reason, when we're down to two men, nobody tries to go for an elimination. They just stop. Just gotta start wearing each other down, I guess, because they know that there's not going to be any outside interference from anyone else left in the matchup to help them because, well, no one else is left in the matchup. So we are down to two, and the war continues. Carlito gonna go for the Irish Whip now, but of course he's not close enough to the ropes to actually get the elimination, so it's pointless. But when they're near the ropes, they won't go for Irish Whips. Why would they do that? Why would they try to win the match? Carlito off the Hurricanrana, some punches to the face of CM Punk, but that's not going to get him out of the ring. Carlito's going to try to throw him over the top rope, but he's not doing that. Is Punk able to create some distance? Here's the chance. Someone could go for the elimination. Punk goes over the top. Punk goes over the top. Carlito, could he get the elimination? He does! Carlito is your new Cruiserweight champion. It's been a long road for the Bad Apple, formerly tag team champions alongside Kane. He was then betrayed by his partner Kane after they lost the titles. And ever since then, Carlito has been in a major funk. He's never been able to turn things around. But tonight, here at No Way Out, on the final stop before WrestleMania, Carlito captures the Cruiserweight Championship. He finally captures some singles gold. And Carlito finally is able to achieve some modicum of redemption. And now he could be the Cruiserweight champ going into WrestleMania, and that puts you in a great place moving forward. So they might not have had much success on the tag team front, me talking about Chris Masters and Carlito, but Carlito did finally get to turn things around in the Cruiserweight division, finally captured some singles success, so maybe, just maybe, Chris Masters will have a similar fate in the near future. We will see, but right now, we move on to the WWE Tag Team Championship Steel Cage match, as here comes the new breed, Elijah Burke and Marcus Corban, the challengers. They're going to be going up against Sabu and Sandman of the Hardcore Legends. And speaking of the Hardcore Legends, here they come. Your current reigning and defending WWE Tag Team Champions, Sabu and the Sandman. Of course, they, alongside Mick Foley, have been tearing the SmackDown roster apart. Of course, Terry Funk formerly fighting alongside them, but Funk did not achieve nearly the same amount of success, and he was eventually booted from the group. So it's just these three now. Sandman, Sabu, and Mick Foley trying to keep their stronghold on SmackDown afloat tonight, trying to retain the tag titles and the world title tonight. They're the first ones stepping up to the task. We'll see if they succeed. And of course, this team right here, as we get this matchup underway, this team of Sabu and Sandman, they have beaten Crime Time. They have beaten the King's Court. Oh, what a suplex by Burke. They've beaten Crime Time. They've beaten the King's Court. They've beaten Carlito and Chris Masters. I mean, there's really no one who has been able to go toe-to-toe with this team and come out on top. Burke and Corban, the new breed, they're going to try to do that here tonight. Oh, man, Sandman, or I should say Sabu, rather, just ran straight into that turnbuckle as Marcus Corban got out of the way. So Sabu going to turn his attention to Elijah Burke, but he was countered by Burke. As now, knee lift delivered there by Marcus Corban. Marcus Corban has got Sandman in a tough spot. Nice clothesline there, delivered by Elijah Burke. A headbutt from Marcus Corban. And so far, the tag champs are not in a good spot. They are taking quite a beating right now. They're on the receiving end. But perhaps that's about to change as Sabu takes down Elijah Burke with a hip toss. Sandman able to shrug Marcus Corban away. But, oh, no. Counter by Corvan. Counter by Corvan. And now he's got Sandman up there. Look at the power of Marcus Corvan. Marcus Corvan drove the shoulders into the rib cage and then a gutbuster. Brilliant combination by Marcus Corvan, as now both Burke and Corvan, well, for a moment, they both had their attention turned to Sabu, but that has changed now as Elijah Burke throws Sandman into the corner. Are we going to see it, perhaps? Well, I guess not, because Marcus Corvan decided to go after him instead. They've changed targets. Oh, what a reverse elbow by Burke. I thought maybe we were going to see Burke go for the Elijah Express, but evidently he thinks it's a little too soon to try to go for that. As there was a nice shot, reverse elbows to both Sandman and Sabu by Elijah Burke. But now, Sandman connects with the neck breaker, and the Sandman now going for some leg drops. He nails one, hits the second on Marcus Corvan. Sabu able to shrug off Elijah Burke, and then floors him with a flying clothesline. But Sandman also tried to take a shot on him, and he took his eyes off Marcus Corvan, which could come back to bite him, maybe not. Sandman able to turn things around, but Corvan turns things around as well. As now they're just jockeying for position, Sandman and Corvan. As Sandman, now he answers back with a headbutt of his own, returning the favor for the headbutt that Corvan delivered earlier. Oh wait, double counter. Double counter by the challengers, but the tag champs able to regain control. As now Sandman, oh man, Sandman has got Corvan, and now he's just bouncing his head off the steel cage. That'll do much more damage than a normal headbutt will. And of course, this is the hardcore nature of the champions, willing to use this weapon, this environment, to their advantage, as they would with any other normal weapon. That steel cage might as well be a steel chair or a kendo stick or a 2x4. They'll use it as a weapon by any means necessary. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Sandman's in trouble again. Marcus Corvan with that raw power. Got him with the rib breaker and then the gut buster, since I don't know what to call that other move. But Sabu's in trouble right now. Sandman's out on his feet. It's Marcus Corvan. Look out, Sandman rocketed into the corner. Elijah Burke goes into the corner, but there's Marcus Corvan. Corvan coming to the aid of his tag team partner, and now Marcus Corvan going to work on Sabu, but Sabu, he's not just going to stay there and be a sitting duck. He's not just going to be a punching bag. Oh, speaking of punching bag, though, Elijah Burke serving as a pretty good one for the Sandman right now. As Sandman is just having a field day. Oh, no, but Elijah Burke. Sandman took the time to pose, and Elijah Burke made him pay for it. And Sabu just took a massive blow, a massive shot from Marcus Corvan off that tilt-a-whirl slam. But no, Sabu back to his feet. Sandman's trying to gather his bearings. Elijah Burke sweeps out the leg of Sabu, and now this is where that boxing background of Elijah Burke is going to come into play. As Elijah Burke hammers away with rights and lefts, headbutts as well. As Sabu right now trying to get a hold of Marcus Corvan, but Corvan's too fresh. Corvan counters back with a clothesline, and really, the tag champs are in some pretty serious trouble right now. They're in deep water out there, but they're trying to turn things around. DDT to Marcus Corvan, and now Sandman try to take a shot on Elijah Burke, but Burke able to get out of the way. As Burke now continues to strike away on Sandman as he's backed into the ropes, backed up against the steel cage. Finally, Sandman able to escape that offensive onslaught. Assault, I just mixed words. Sandman trying to turn things around, but Burke with the counter. I mean, at this point, Sabu and Sandman have definitely taken far more punishment than the challengers have. As Burke now continues to go back to these strikes. Corvan, meanwhile, has turned things around on Sabu. I mean, we might see the crowning of some new tag team champions tonight. I mean, Sabu and Sandman, they have taken a hell of a beating. They are getting, quite frankly, destroyed out there. As Corvan turns things around, headbutt to Sabu. Elijah Burke off the top rope. Well, I guess he didn't get what he was going for. He had a bit of a misstep there, and that definitely could come back to cost him as Sandman tries to take a shot. Oh, look out! Sabu with a springboard leg drop. Sandman was trying to take a shot on Corvan. He finally does take the big man down. As Sabu just kicked the referee in the head, and I guess that's what happens when you're in a confined steel cage like this is that the referee is sure to be a casualty at one point or another. There's a massive kitchen sink knee to the midsection of... Oh, Sandman! Elijah Burke just fell off the cage. Sabu is not going to let him escape. As Sandman trying to help out Sabu here, trying to come to his partner's aid. But Elijah Burke's there as well. As the fight continues, Sandman now Thez press on Elijah Burke, and now Sandman is firing away with right hands. Right hands to Elijah Burke. And now Sandman, he sees that his partner's in trouble, but Corvon with the counter. Corvon with the counter. Sandman tried to come to his partner's aid, but to no avail. As now Sabu gets rocketed into the corner. Elijah Burke taken down by a reverse DDT from Sandman. Oh, but Corvon's looking to make the escape. Corvon's looking to make the escape, but Sandman has no clue. And on top of that, Sandman is hurting right now. But Sabu back to his feet, and Sabu pulls him down. Meanwhile, Elijah Burke with a Samoan drop. And now Elijah Burke going after Sabu, but Sabu trying to fend him off. Oh, a running reverse elbow there by Elijah Burke. Sandman is down. Sabu is down. Elijah Burke is going up top. Elijah Burke, look out. Diving reverse elbow. Connected brilliantly. It was right on the money. Sabu is down. Oh, no. And the challengers are trying to make the escape. Sabu's down. Sandman is down. Corvon, Burke trying to escape the cage. Burke is up there. Burke's going to make the escape, but Corvon gets pulled back into the ring. That was an incredibly close call, as we nearly saw the crowning of new tag team champions right there, as now Corvon's got to fend for himself. It's 2-on-1. Corvon, he's got... Oh, whoa. Corvon's got to take on 2 men at once, but he's actually doing a pretty good job of that. A spear, a devastating spear to Sabu. Takes down one half the tag champ. Sandman tries to go after him, but again, Corvon counters. And now Corvon going after Sabu. Oh, but no. Sabu blocked the headbutt. Sabu blocked the attempted headbutt, but even then, both men up to their feet, but Sandman could not capitalize. Now the numbers game might finally start to take effect on Marcus Corvon. Well, maybe not, because Corvon's back up to his feet again. Oh, no. And now Sandman's in trouble. Sandman taken down to the side rush and leg sweep. And just look at Corvon with vicious knees. Vicious knees to the head of Sandman, and now an armbar. Corvon with a devastating flurry of offense, but there's Sabu from behind. There's Sabu from behind. As Sandman is out of it right now. Sabu trying to prevent Corvon from getting the opportunity to escape the cage. Because Sandman is down right now. Sandman is nowhere near in any sort of condition to really go over there and make the rescue, make the save. You can see Sandman starting to stir. Corvon is... Well, Corvon's going to try to make the escape. Corvon's going to try to make the escape. Sabu's a little woozy, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to be able to stop him from climbing the cage. As now it's Sandman from behind, but Sandman can't stay on the offensive. He's taking too much damage. But on the plus side for our tag champs, Sabu is right there to help him out. As now there's a leg drop delivered. A second leg drop to the now busted open Marcus Corvon. As Sabu throws him into the corner. Oh, and a bit of teamwork. A bit of teamwork here on the part of the tag champs as Sandman off the top rope. Hurricanrana. Massive move there by Sandman. And this could be the chance. This could be the chance for the tag champs to escape. Sabu trying to climb up there. Sandman looking to make his escape as well. Both men are up top. Both men are up top. Sabu is over the top. Sabu is over the top. Sandman's over the top. Sabu escapes. Sandman escapes. The tag champs retain. The last time we had a steel cage matchup like this, it was Sabu and Sandman who were able to get the win thanks to Finlay escaping early and William Regal being left to a 2-on-1 fight. This time, Marcus Corvon was left to take on the tag champs 2-on-1. He nearly pulled it off. Corvon put up a hell of a fight. But again, the numbers game, Burke left too soon. He thought he and Corvon were making their way out, but Corvon got caught. So by the skin of their teeth, the tag champions managed to retain, but they do retain nonetheless. And now it's time for the United States Championship tables match as we return to singles competition. And the implosion of Crime Time finally reaches the last chapter. JTG has had a chance at the Cruiserweight title. He came up short. Shad has had opportunities at the United States Championship in the past, come up short. However, on the last episode of SmackDown, in a Fatal 4-Way matchup, it was Shad who managed to score the pin. Okay, it was 2 SmackDowns ago. My apologies. But Shad was able to score the pin on Terry Funk in a fatal 4-way to gain the United States Championship, but it was off of JTG's hard work. JTG delivered the final blow. Shad merely got the cover off a distraction. And so now, Shad and JTG do battle one final time here at No Way Out to determine who truly is the best of Crime Time and who truly is the weakest link. Shad and Crime Time tables match for the US title. It's up next. The bell has rung and this match can get underway. Is now JTG with the Thez press. JTG straight out of the gate goes right after Shad, wasting no time. JTG is looking to go up top. He slits the throat. JTG leg drop right across the throat of Shad. And JTG has wasted absolutely no time in going to work here in this matchup. Stomp to the midsection. Stomp to the midsection of Shad. Is now JTG's going for a submission hold? That seems like a very ill-advised idea. JTG certainly started with a rally, but if you want to try to win a battle of strength, a battle of power against Shad, I mean, he's just not going to be able to do it. Because now he's given Shad the opening to get back to his feet. And Shad takes him down with a headlock takeover. And he's looking to follow through, but he's not going to follow through because JTG takes him down. And of course, the last time these two fought in singles competition, it was JTG who picked up the win. So JTG, he does have what it takes to defeat Shad, but the question is, does he have enough? Does he have what it takes to put Shad through a table? A pinfall is one thing, but to actually lift the guy up and drive him through a table, well, that's a completely different matter entirely. And I guess that's what we're going to find out here tonight. Can JTG get the job done once again? Can David defeat Goliath? We're going to find out. As there you see, oh no. JTG able to block Shad's little grapple attempt there and just starts having a little fun. Getting inside Shad's head, playing some mind games. And here we go. JTG is actually doing a pretty good job of holding his own against Shad. As the big man is down right now, JTG is going after the table. We're going to see the first table be introduced into this matchup. JTG drags it into the ring. Is he looking to set it up? He's looking to hit his partner with it. JTG's got the table. Oh no, but Shad caught the table. Shad has the table, but JTG ducks behind. JTG ducks behind. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. JTG steals his partner's own finisher, or his former partner. Takes him down with the Samoan drop. Now going to go up top yet again. JTG looking for another one of those leg drops, but that one was blocked by Shad. And now Shad from behind. Shad with the shots to the lower back. Shad takes down JTG. And now DDT, as every time JTG gets up, Shad meets him halfway and drops him back down. And now it's Shad who's up on the top rope. Oh, but JTG's back to his feet. JTG got to his feet before Shad saw him. And now it's Shad who takes a tumble. So certainly the arrogance of these two men, it's definitely gotten the better of them, but it's been mutual. Both men have made the same mistakes. I guess that really goes to show that they truly were a good tag team. They truly were in sync. Because they're making the exact same mistakes out there. Oh, JTG ducks behind again. Every time, though, every time JTG tries to grab the table, Shad stops him. And now Shad sets up the table. JTG ducks to the outside, though. It looks like JTG, is he going to grab the other table there? Evidently, he decides against it. He thought about it. Well, now he's going back out. Is he going to go for it this time? This time he does. JTG has the second table. And Shad's saying, well, bring it in here. Bring it on. I'll put you through that one, too. Oh, Shad missed, rather, but JTG did not miss. Got him with the drop kick. Now float over DDT. Float over DDT takes down the big man. And JTG, well, what's he doing? He's going for a submission again. I strongly advise against this because JTG does not have the power to pull it off. And even if Shad is worn down, I think he's going to power out of that any day of the week. It's JTG. Oh, nice counter by JTG. But Shad, nope, still can't get him. JTG, too quick, able to duck out of the way. You know what they say, the best offense is a good defense. JTG putting that on display right now is, oh, Shad goes into the table. Shad gets sent into the table. JTG has the opportunity. Bounces him head first off the table. Did not put him through the table. But, oh, and now just using the table as a weapon as JTG strikes Shad. But, oh no, now Shad's got JTG. Shad with a backbreaker. He took advantage while JTG was setting up that table. And now Shad goes up top. Shad up on the top rope. Oh no, went for a diving spear. JTG ducked out of the way though. And JTG now ducks behind. Shad didn't see him, but oh no! No avoiding that. Shad with a devastating spear. And now JTG is in trouble. JTG up on Shad's shoulders. Shad. Power slam. Down into the canvas. JTG absolutely planted. Now it's a leg drop, even though our cameraman, I mean, who, come on, somebody backstage. Somebody's getting fired over that cut. That was terrible. It's now JTG. Oh, JTG again with the Thez press. And this certainly has been a very back and forth contest, to say the least. Every time Shad gets a moment of offense, JTG comes back with some offense of his own. Every time JTG goes on the offensive, Shad turns it around. But the name of the game is to put somebody through a table. This isn't like a normal contest where you can just knock someone out and go for a cover. Doesn't work like that. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Shad the counter. Shad counters, and now JTG bounces off the table. But now JTG counters, and Shad bounces off the table. Oh, but JTG, nope. JTG blocks it. Oh, no, and Shad's going for the ride again. For the second time, gets hit with his own finisher. JTG uses that Samoan drop yet again, but Shad quickly back to his feet. And now Shad's got him. Shad has JTG. DDT. JTG. No, counter. He's not in as much trouble as I thought he might be. JTG now. No, wait. Counter again by Shad. Shad with the counter. No, JTG counters back. And Shad trying to resist, trying to break out of this, but JTG plants him too quickly with the DDT. Doesn't give him any time to struggle, doesn't give him any time to power out of it. But Shad's back to his feet once again. And JTG... Well, Shad's dragging him. Shad's trying to drag him over to that table. JTG's trying to block, and he does. He manages to escape. Manages to break out of it. Oh, no. Shad's in trouble. Shad is up against the table. JTG dropped toe hold, but no. The table did not break. The table did not break. But JTG now throws Shad into the corner. I mean, that was a very close call for Shad. JTG going to take him up top. JTG using the ropes for assistance as he powers Shad down to the mat. But no. Shad's back to his feet once again. But no. Counter by JTG. But no. Counter by Shad. And now hard Irish whip. JTG into the table. JTG goes into the table, but JTG with the counter. JTG sends Shad into the table. And now what? No, nothing. Nothing doing there. Is Shad able to counter? But no, JTG sends Shad into another corner. There's a drop kick. Drop kick by JTG. Oh, counter by Shad. Counter by JTG. Shad trying to fend him off, but he's got nothing left. JTG is kicking it into another gear. He's finding something here. But can he get Shad through the table? That's the ultimate question. If this were a normal matchup, I think JTG would have been able to pin Shad, and this would be a done deal. JTG would be the new United States champion. But oh my God, look at this! Another massive move stolen out of the playbook of Shad by the smaller man JTG. And Shad, I mean, this could be the beginning of the end. No. Shad counters. Shad counters JTG into the table. Head first off the table he goes. Shad right now, I mean, Shad showing his resiliency. But can he beat JTG? He just hasn't been able to go on the offensive. Drop kick. Hell no, but the table still did not break. That is one tough table. As JTG has had so many chances, but he just doesn't have the power to put Shad all the way through the table. He's hit so many moves up against it, but he hasn't had the strength or the force to drive Shad through it. As now Shad drives JTG down with a backbreaker. JTG, no. He was up to his feet, able to duck out of the way, able to counter, but now it's Shad who does that to JTG. Shad spins his partner around. He's got him up in the powerbomb position, but can he get him over to the table? Shad's gonna try. Shad's gonna try. He's got him over to the table. JTG's trying to resist it. He's trying to stop it. Is JTG? No. Shad's back gave out. JTG put up too much resistance, and now Shad just falls before he even makes it to the table. I mean, that's fortunate for him. He just didn't have the energy to even get over there. He just tripped before, I mean, he tripped about halfway there. Oh, but now a shot with a table. He just leveled him with the table. So Shad hanging on for dear life. But the table's right there. JTG placed up against the table. Shad got him up there. Power bomb, and it's over. Shad retains. And that's what it ultimately came down to. JTG, he had the speed. He was able to outmaneuver Shad, but he just didn't have the power to finish the job. He hit so many moves up against the table, but none of them put Shad through it. So at the end of the day, Shad had enough time to recover, was finally able to drag JTG over to the table, and finally powerbomb him through it. So the big man retains the US title, and he will be the US champ heading into WrestleMania season. So now you have to wonder, what is next for JTG? What does the future hold for him? Do we trade him away? Because his rivalry with Shad is over. He's failed to really break out as a single star. What really is there left for JTG? That's going to be the question we have to deal with in the coming weeks. But right now, we have a totally different question to answer. Who will be the last man standing? As the former World Heavyweight Champion, the Rated R Superstar Edge goes one-on-one with the monster Snitsky. Snitsky has been tearing through the SmackDown roster like paper. He's beaten the Cruiserweight, he's beaten the former Cruiserweight Champion CM Punk. He's gone up and tussled with the former United States Champion Johnny Nitro. He's gone up against the current World Heavyweight Champion Mick Foley. He's even beaten Edge in the past. Snitsky rather. I mean, he's got it all, really. He has just been dominating the roster with his pure power, his pure aggression. Hasn't been able to really capture any championships. He has ultimately come up short when it comes to titles. But, that's really just been his one Achilles heel. He hasn't been able to win the title. But if he can beat the former world champion Edge in his specialty, a last man standing match, well, then maybe he will be next in line for a world title shot or a US title shot. Either or. And maybe this time he'll be able to win it. We'll find out. So here we go. Edge versus Snitsky in a last man standing match. No disqualification, no countouts. Nothing to save you from the beatdown that is sure to ensue. As Edge trying to go after Snitsky with these clotheslines. But Snitsky's outmaneuvering him. Oh, and Snitsky now looking to introduce the power quickly on in the early stages of this matchup. But Edge turns it around, counters out of it, slips out of it. Takes him down to the reverse DDT. And now Edge DDT again. Edge, he's got to do this. He's got to stay on Snitsky like a pack of flies. He can't give him any space. He can't give him any moments to capitalize, any moments to breathe. As Edge just continues doing what he's got to do. Continues, striking, grappling, whatever it takes. But now Snitsky caught him. Snitsky caught him, and that's the last thing Edge can afford to let happen. As Snitsky rockets him into the corner, and once Snitsky can start putting that power on display, well, that's when bad things happen. As Edge thrown into the corner, Snitsky going after the back now, going after the leg. Edge, he's clashed with Snitsky in the past, put up a tremendous fight, but ultimately he did lose. Snitsky was able to defeat him. And right now, it looks as though that may happen again if this keeps up. Oh, but Edge finally had a moment. Finally had a moment to catch Snitsky off guard, and now Snitsky head first into the barricade. And here goes Edge now, teeing off, slamming Snitsky's head off the barricade again and again and again. And that's what Edge has to do. Use the environment to his advantage. A beautiful spear out of nowhere. Devastating spear by Edge, and now Edge with a steel chair. A steel chair shot to Snitsky. Edge, though, going to take it in the ring. Edge going to position that chair in the corner. And now he's going to the other side of the ring. Edge, it looks like he's trying to get his tools while he's got the chance to do so, while he's got the space. He's got another steel chair. We know that's Edge's specialty, is the steel chair is now. Pushes Snitsky away. Oh, a kick! A kick right to the face, using the steel chair for assistance, for added impact. And now Edge to the corner. Edge to the corner. He's lining it up. Spear! 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 Spear by Edge. Snitsky. Snitsky, his ribs, his lungs were just crushed by that devastating spear from Edge, and now Edge. Now Edge is going to work. Edge is bringing the toys into this thing. He's got Snitsky, his head wrapped up in the steel chair. Oh, God! We saw Mick Foley do that to Edge the last time they faced off for the world title at Armageddon. And now Edge is making good use of these weapons. Snitsky, face down. He's got a face full of chair, and Edge is grabbing the second one out of the corner. Edge, he's looking for the concerto. Nails it! The concerto connects. Edge gonna put that one back in the corner. You can see the referee hasn't even begun to count yet, but Edge still goes to work. Edge now picks him up. Execution. You had the spear, the concerto, the execution. Snitsky's gotta be done. Edge just hit him with everything he had. That massive flurry of offense, is that going to be enough to put Snitsky away? Edge thinks it is. Edge is celebrating his victory. Count of 8. Count of 9. And Snitsky's out. Snitsky's done. Edge with a tremendous rally, and he defeats Snitsky. And that's one thing that I think Edge was able to pick up on. I think Edge did his homework going into this matchup. Because one thing I just noticed from that, Snitsky, he is a bit of a slow starter in these matches, in any match, really. He doesn't, like, if you let him catch you, then sure, he'll obviously outpower you, but if you can outmaneuver him, then, I mean, Snitsky, it takes him a little while to get going. If he can't start off on the upper hand, it takes him a little while to get started. We saw that when Snitsky took on Mick Foley for the world title. And Edge clearly saw that as well, because he made good use of that tonight, hit Snitsky with everything he had from the very beginning, and quickly picked up the win in this last man standing match. And after that last man standing match, that tremendous performance by Edge, we now move on to the World Heavyweight Championship match. This is Johnny Nitro's second opportunity, and will it be his last? He faced off with Mick Foley in a champion versus champion match at the Royal Rumble, although he came up short on that occasion. But tonight, he gets his second shot at the world title, this time in a ladder match. That's Johnny Nitro's specialty. Johnny Nitro has shown tremendous performances in the past in ladder matches. We'll see if he can do the same here tonight against Mick Foley, and if he can walk out as the new World Heavyweight Champion. Though with Edge getting that win over Snitsky just a few moments ago, you do have to wonder what is the future of just the future of SmackDown, because as we've seen before, Snitsky can really be a sore loser, so Edge, just because he beat Snitsky, I don't think that means that he's done with Snitsky. He's going to have eyes in the back of his head in that locker room over the next couple weeks, because, I mean, the last time they faced off, last time Snitsky had a big loss, he assaulted Edge in the parking lot. So, Mick Foley right now just needs to have his attention firmly focused on Johnny Nitro. But if he can beat Johnny Nitro again here tonight, I mean, really, I don't know if there will be anybody left who can take the world title from him. Going into WrestleMania, Mick Foley could be on top of the world, but this could also be the ultimate upset. Foley can't get complacent, because if Nitro catches him off guard here, it's all over, and his reign at the top will come crashing down. All right, it's time, folks. Here we go. Johnny Nitro and Mick Foley both pointing up to the World Heavyweight title, which is suspended above the ring. That's the prize. And of course, this is a ladder match. The only way to win is to scale the ladder, grab the title, and retrieve it from the top. First man to unhook it and bring it down is declared the World Heavyweight Champion. Mick Foley fighting to retain. Johnny Nitro fighting to win. There's Nitro with a kick to the head. Devastating kick to the head of Mick Foley, but he can't go on the offensive because Mick Foley turns it around, but Nitro blocks the clothesline attempt. Gets him with a knee lift. Now he's got a hold of him. Shot to the back. Nitro trying to restrain Foley here. Foley trying to resist. But Johnny Nitro floats over the back and takes him down with a neck breaker. Stomped to the midsection now by Johnny Nitro. No ladders introduced into this matchup just yet. They're feeling each other out right now. Warming up. Nitro with the slingshot. Delivers the elbow drop. And now Johnny Nitro. Springboard. No! Went for the springboard kick. Sort of connected, but didn't quite have the landing he wanted. So Nitro took a bit of impact on that springboard move as well. That's why they call it high-risk offense, because Nitro certainly put himself at risk. And Mick Foley's going to take advantage of that. Nitro, that landing, it slowed him down a bit. And now Mick Foley's going on the attack. As Nitro whipped into the corner. Mick Foley. What's he thinking? Oh, punch, and that punch had enough force to knock Nitro down to the canvas. There's an axe handle. Nitro staggered. Oh. But he was able to dodge that drop kick. And now kicks out the back of Mick Foley's leg. Foley gets planted into the canvas, but no. Back up to his feet again. As Johnny Nitro, no. He misses a drop kick this time. Nitro back to his feet. Trying to get a hold of Foley. Throws him into the corner. Mick Foley now. Right where Nitro wants him. Nitro. With that spinning variation of the sliced bread, like a sliced bread turned into a cutter. Move famously used by Spike Dudley. Oh, but no. Of course, the Dudley boys are not here, but that same extreme mentality does live on within Mick Foley. Of course, the Dudley boys, very famous in these ladder matches. They've competed in tremendous matches like this. Mick Foley more known for his hellacious Hell in the Cell match with The Undertaker. I mean, of course, Mick Foley known for more things than one, of course. As Nitro and Foley slugging it out up top. Oh, no. Oh, no. Mick Foley with the superplex. Superplex off the ladder. Nitro crashes on the outside. Foley repositions the ladder. And now scaling up top. Mick Foley's got his hands on the title. Mick Foley's got his hands on the world title. Nitro just got dropped on his neck. Nitro trying to get to his feet. Is Nitro going to be able to get back to his feet? Get back in the ring? Climb the ladder and stop Mick Foley before he can pull down the title? The title's halfway there. Johnny Nitro hasn't even made it back to his feet yet. But Nitro finally does. He's made it back. And Nitro springs into the ring. Johnny Nitro, like a cat, springs into the ring. And now Mick Foley takes a tumble. Mick Foley crashes and burns, but Nitro, is he going to climb? No, Nitro didn't climb. Tried to take a dive off the ladder, somehow completely missed. So Nitro, I think maybe he might have suffered a little bit of brain damage, perhaps a concussion on the way down off that superplex by Foley earlier, because Nitro, that was not a smart move. He tried to go for it again, and he landed right on his head again. Nitro, what is he doing? Nitro, I don't know what sort of condition he's in off that fall, but Mick Foley's back up top again. Mick Foley's got his hands on the title. Mick Foley, he's going to walk away with the title. What the hell happened to Johnny Nitro? All right, you want to know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. It was Johnny Nitro. He had knocked Foley off the ladder. He was so close to capturing the title, but then Sabu and Sandman ran down, those dastardly devils. They ran down to the ring. And Sabu and Sandman knocked Nitro off the ladder, which gave Mick Foley the chance to climb it. However, when Sabu and Sandman came down, they were continuing a beatdown on Johnny Nitro, a devastating beatdown, while Mick Foley was still down. But then the Rated R Superstar Edge came out, chased him away. Edge was able to chase him away, but nonetheless, the damage was done. Nitro was still out. Mick Foley had the chance to climb back on the title, capture the world title. That's what's actually happened. That's what actually happened in those final few moments. A little bit of theater of the mind. That's what really happened. Of course, game didn't show it because we can't actually do interference. That's really what happened, though. Believe me. Because, like, how else would we get to have the like, if Nitro can't win here, it's too soon. That's not how it would go. Of course, you'd get the interference from Sabu and Sandman. That's exactly what would happen. And on top of that, you know, if Nitro did win the title at No Way Out, where would we go from there? Like, Mick Foley gets a rematch at WrestleMania? That's less interesting. That's a little more lame. Plus, we need to set up rivalries. So, Edge gets involved with Sabu and Sandman after beating Snitsky. So maybe Edge can just move on from Snitsky and move right after that. There we go. We did it. That happened. So now we got to trade for Randy Orton soon, because I think first Edge is going to get like a handicap against these guys. I think that's what we'll do. We'll have Edge in a handicap match against Sabu and Sandman, and then he'll get beaten down, take the loss, but then that's when Randy Orton will appear. There we go. The rivalry's been set up. There you have it, folks. So the U.S. title feud is over. These are going to end. This is also going to end. This will continue. Or I said U.S. title. Did I say world title? I meant U.S. title. Don't know what's going on with the Cruiserweight title now because Matt Hardy's no longer the champ. So, new Cruiserweight champion in Carlito. New United States champion in Shad. But the world title and WWE Tag Team titles, they are still up in the air. We don't know what's going on with them. And speaking of things we don't know... Okay, so I did get a little bit of money from that pay-per-view, apparently. So I can renegotiate one guy here. I can renegotiate one of them. And honestly, it's got to be Terry Funk. Because I still have a few plans for Terry Funk. He'll kind of be a guy who could maybe... I don't know, because Funk's still in a weird spot where he could potentially be a thorn in the Hardcore Legends side now that he's been kicked out. There's still story potential with him, so I'll make sure I get him. So that means that this rivalry... I mean, the rivalry with Burke and Corvan up against the tag champs, it was going to end anyway. We know that was going to happen. Yeah, so what I wanted to do to try to trade for Orton, I was thinking it could be Regal or I could trade away JTG. And I know I just renegotiated JTG's contract, so I'll unfortunately be losing some money there. However, I mean... You do kind of sort of wonder, like, what really am I going to do with William Regal and Finlay? But they're still a unit, so there's a little more potential there. JTG, he's just kind of gone now. He had his match with Shad. He is done. So let's see. What was Randy's popularity? Randy's an 89, and he's not the U.S. champ. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and do a website interview with JTG. We're going to go ahead and give him that interview. Oh, +5. There we go. So that's probably all I needed. Right? Yeah, 5 weeks. 90 popularity. Oh, so I can actually do this before Randy Orton gets a chance to use that second week on his contract and drop down to 1. Heh. So yeah, let's try it. JTG for Randy Orton. Make the trade. And it's official. Randy Orton is now a member of the SmackDown Live. Well, this isn't SmackDown Live yet. We're not live. But is now a member of the SmackDown roster. There you go. We did it. So Randy Orton, he's here. He is 89 popularity. Unfortunately, I am going to have to renegotiate his contract, so that's going to kind of suck. But we'll make do. So where we go from here, who's going to challenge Shad for the U.S. title? I don't yet know. But we will find out next time on the SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode series. So tune in for that, and I'll see you then.